Just had a quick breakfast and we're here at this resort in Palenque that Steve booked. And it's kind of eerie because it's a huge resort and it's a really nice resort. And we're the only guests, I think. There's like 100 rooms or so and I haven't seen another guest. Didn't see another guest all night last night. Haven't seen any guests this morning. And yeah, it's kind of eerie. But I'm gonna take advantage of that fact and start off the day right with a morning swim. So I didn't make it to the pool because as soon as I got out of the cabana here, just a troop of spider monkeys came running across the top of the trees here. So I ran inside to grab my camera, the long lens, to try to get some video clips. Didn't really get video clips because, well, it's hard to get video clips of spider monkeys. Lots of foliage, I didn't have my tripod, they're far away, they move a lot. But I never care if I get video shots or photos of spider monkeys. They're my favorite animal and just seeing them is enough. And there was this tiny little baby spider monkey up there. Definitely the cutest thing I've ever seen. So the hotel's really, really nice. It's just kind of weird that we have it all to ourselves. There's nobody else there at such a massive, massive resort. Now, we made it to Palenque. We're at the ruins of Palenque. And honestly, I was thinking of skipping it because I have so much work to do. I'm so behind. There's been a couple issues recently with the SD card failing and with being sick and just traveling so much that I'm really, really behind on emails and vlog editing and basically everything. And I considered skipping. Mike did skip, but you can't like come to Palenque and not visit the Palenque ruins. So I'm here with Jody and Steve, who are racing ahead of me, probably trying to shake me, and we're gonna explore Palenque a bit. Place is really, really beautiful. It's actually bigger than I expected. It's actually more photogenic than I expected. But it is definitely a stark difference to yesterday when we were at Yaxchilan, which we had all to ourselves. This place is definitely more touristy. There's definitely more tourists here, but it still doesn't really feel like overwhelmingly busy or anything like that. And overall, just an awesome, awesome experience here. So glad I made the trip out here to Palenque with Steve and Jody. Mike's motto is experiences over possessions. My motto is experiences over work. So I'm glad I skipped work to come and explore a little bit. Now we're cruising. Again, the road trip continues. This is like the touristy part of Chiapas, the busiest part of Chiapas for tourism. We're gonna start heading back to places that are less explored. The goal today is to head to a place called Agua Azul, which is also quite touristy, but then make it to a town near some ruins called Tonina. You're still the one. 1, 2, Prince is near before you. That's what I said. I could spend my life in this sweet surrender. I could stay lost in this moment forever. Don't wanna close my eyes. I don't wanna fall asleep, 'cause I miss you, babe, and I don't wanna miss a day. 'Cause even when I dream of you, We made it to Agua Azul, and on the way here there was like probably 5 or 6 different tour buses we passed. We just saw a group of Chinese tourists get out of this bus. So I think it's about to get really busy here. Definitely not at places like Las Nubes the other days where we had like this waterfall all to ourselves. It's going to get busy here. Tourism's obviously big business here as there's so many vendors and people selling you everything here. But from the pictures we've seen so far, it looks like a really cool place. So I guess let's grab the gear and head towards these waterfalls and maybe try to take some pictures. This place is really beautiful, but it's very touristy. I almost feel like I'm back in Thailand with all the gift shops and stuff like that. And the gift shops are really like backed right onto the waterfalls, directly on top of them. It's not super overwhelming. It's just that I guess we've been in parts of Chiapas where we haven't seen tourists in weeks, so it's kind of a little bit overwhelming to just come into all the tourism side of things right now. But it is spectacular. I'm gonna flip the camera around right now and show you this place. Really cool. Okay, don't get me wrong, this place is stunning. Absolutely stunning. But, wow, are there a lot of shops, and are the shops ever disruptive of the view? For example, right behind me, beautiful waterfalls, stunning, absolutely picturesque, great photo spots. And then there's a sign across it selling beers and micheladas. It's just a little bit over the top, a little bit, what's the word? Obtrusive? Is obtrusive a word, Mike? The shops are a little bit obtrusive
like
of the
way. Like I'm being obtrusive right now.
Like a little bit too much? No, the shops are definitely a little bit obtrusive of the nature here. I don't need a sign selling me cervezas and micheladas in front of my nature. So yeah, it kind of takes away from the fact that it is an absolutely crazy, beautiful spot. I'm struggling a little bit here with the photography just because it's so busy, and I was trying to find a cool composition, maybe something a little bit different, and I stumbled across this scene here where you have the waterfall and a tree across the river and some vines, and even if there's lots of people around and tiendas, it looks straight out of the jungle. So I had Jody help me. Jody has been firing the Canon down here a little bit, and I shot 70 to 200 with a 6-stop ND to slow down the shutter. And then I think I was at ISO 400. ISO 400 because I didn't want that slow a shutter, and I don't have a 3-stop ND. So ISO 400, I think f9 in about 3 seconds. If I sounded underwhelmed by this place when we got here, I kind of spoke too soon. This place is really cool, especially the very top of the waterfalls where most people don't hike to. There's swimming areas and it's really chilled out, and you've got this really blue water, and yeah, I like it here. So I take back the like kind of negativity I was spewing at the start. Agua Azul, definitely worth checking out, even if there's crowds. It's Saturday today, and that I think if you were to come here midweek, you'd have maybe 10% of the people here, especially if you came early. So check out Agua Azul. Now it's time to hit the road again. We're heading towards the ruins of Tonina. It's in like another hour drive, and we'll probably arrive there just after dark. We made it to, I don't really know where we are, Ocosingo, and we're staying at this old Hacienda, this old property, and it might be my new favorite hotel ever, but I kind of messed up because I asked for Jody and I to have this fancy suite that's in the tower, and he gave us this room. I think he accidentally mixed them up though, and he gave them our room. But so I'll show you guys their room because their room is crazy. Flip you around, and I'm going to show you more of this building in the morning or tomorrow because this building is crazy. But this is their room. It's just this massive suite, two beds.
To the ex-Hacienda.
Maybe you should give us a tour.
I can do that. All right, this is, I don't know anything about this room. There's some old Mexican guys on the wall. Of the pool. Steve might be using the bathroom. Let's find out.
Steve, we're coming in whether you need it or not.
Steve's in the bathtub.
Oh my God.
And look up at the ceiling.
You gotta look up.
It's already up.
So later tonight off camera, we're all gonna jump into that tub and we're just gonna have a bath together, all four of us. And it's gonna be amazing. Yeah, I'm a little bit upset about the room situation, but we're gonna all just sleep in here. It's like, we're just gonna share this giant room. This is awesome. And tomorrow, as I mentioned, I'm gonna show you guys around this property because it looks like one of the coolest properties I've stayed at ever. And I guess that's it for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.